Good morning, good morning. It's your girl. And it's Tell All Tuesday, baby. So stay tuned. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. They got a lot to say, y'all. So, of course, we're talking about Trumpy. So, Trumpy boy is up to his old tricks like always, right? So, anyone that does him wrong, right? He is petty Betty. He is coming for you no matter what. So, he recently tried to prosecute James Comey, who was the former FBI director, and Letitia James, the New York Attorney General. And so a judge threw it out and said, hold up, wait a minute, because Pam Bondi set it up, right? She set them up with a prosecutor. And the judge said, nah, this was an unlawful appointment. We got to throw it out. So they had to throw it out. I know he's mad because Letitia, she's the one who got the 34 counts on him. I'm saying. So thank goodness for that because they got work to do. And he keeps harassing them. It should be something. Nobody's saying anything, but I digress because Anywho, while he's sitting there acting a fool, as he does, what he did before is coming back to hunt him. So you remember all the speedboats I told you about that he had blown out of the water? Didn't know if he said they were drug trafficking, boo. And that's kind of scary, y'all, because imagine if that boat was like an American's boat. You know what I'm saying? And he just shot it out of the water like it was nothing. Like, who does that? He does. So, anywho, now what's crazy is that you cannot catch a flight from the US to Venezuela or from Venezuela to here or any other couple of islands or countries around it because they're in a no-fly zone right now. That means something is heating up. I'm hoping they do not attack Venezuela. I'm really hoping they don't do it. You know what I mean? But with this guy, it's volatile. We don't even understand what's going on with it. It's sad that they're allowing him. It's like letting somebody blind drive. It's crazy. So yeah, we're all hoping and praying for the best because we don't need to be at nobody's war. We're already at war with ourselves in this country, for real. And you could tell from his boy Elon. Elon is something else. Now, Elon is another petty Betty. He's not as petty as Trump, but he petty enough. So what he did the other day is he released over 400,000 names of fake MAGAs. Yes, fake MAGAs. I mean, they were coming from all different countries. Israel, Russia, Nigeria. That's why he wanted to go after Nigeria, right? It's crazy. So they're all, coming up with all this MAGA stuff, fake news. They're actually doing what Trump actually wanted them to do. But Elon put it out there like, see, you missed this. You ain't see this. And like, man, it's crazy how they're going back and forth with each other, right? So he put that out. And so now all the MAGAs are feeling like stupid. I'm saying like, y'all was stupid from the beginning. What do you mean? Don't feel stupid. You are stupid. I hate using that word, but stupid is as stupid does, man. And so now between that and all the Republicans distancing themselves from him, it's about to get good because now what they don't understand is if you go against him, he gonna go against you. You know he got something. He got something on him. And so we're just gonna watch and see because this whole thing is a hot mess, right? Another thing that's going on is Elon has closed down or shut down Doge. As a matter of fact, when people look for Doge, they can't find it because it never existed. Imagine that. The same Doge that was checking on our money, the same Doge who was firing people, the same Doge that was all up in our treasury information, like deep in the well, somewhere no American president has ever been. Yes, they did what they were supposed to do. Even though he said they're going to make people accountable. No, what they were really doing is getting account information for our accounts, for our country, in case anything happens, our U.S. Treasury. And he's been spending that money. because he's the only one that has the codes. Keep that. We're being robbed blind right now, little by little. But I believe that there's somebody just taking account. You know how in this country they just let you think you're getting away with something and then boom, boom. So I'm hoping that's what's happening behind the scenes because, yeah, that's why we don't have enough money for certain things. People don't understand the reason why he wants to get rid of the ACA. It's not that it costs much. It doesn't cost at all like that. Seriously, it really doesn't. He doesn't like it because Obama created it. He can't stand it. He's so busy trying to come up with his own plan. They don't have a plan. What they want to do is get rid of the ACA, right? And then figure it out later. No, this a whole country. This ain't you at your house with you and your wife or whatever. Y'all household stuff. This is you have millions of lives on the line. And I don't think they get that. So the Republicans in there now, they ain't worth shit either. Yeah, I'm gonna say they ain't worth shit because they really aren't. They are the worst human beings ever because they allowed this jackass to do all of this. You know why? Because all their pockets were getting fatter. And not only were theirs getting fatter, the Democrats too, on the other side, the older ones, Nancy Pelosi and them, she getting out, she retiring. Now, I used to really like Nancy. When she was younger, she was good. But when you get to a certain age, yeah, term limits have to be enacted because, look, they stayed too long. It's got to be an age thing. You got to be like, this is your last session. Done. Because now we get career people in there. We don't need that because then they get comfortable, complacent. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. And so, yeah, those are something else. So now that they gave this jackass all our information, they're just robbing us blind. And I don't know whose kids work for Doge, but they all need ass whippings. Yeah, your kids are idiots too because they helped take down their own country. If they were smart, they had something in the fix where they could follow it on another side so they wouldn't be in trouble. But yeah, they need to go to jail too. If you work for Doge, your ass should get an inmate number also with the whole administration because they all going down. I can't wait. It's going to happen. I don't know when, but that's on my Christmas list. I don't know about y'all. Anywho, that's like the gist of what's really going on in our country. And we'll see the Democrats. The Democrats continue to try to fight for those subsidies for ACA. Now they have to because a deal is a deal. It was etched in writing that they had to come back to the table next month. So before Christmas, hopefully we get the subsidies because everybody paying 14% more is crazy. The ACA is the reason why, your insurance was so cheap because when the government pays for some of it, it helps tremendously. You're still paying your way, but you're also helping others to have health care also. And that's what we're all about. And to be honest, nobody should be paying for health care, period. I'm just saying. It should be universal health care. The same country we give our money to, Israel, they have that. They got free education too. We don't. It's something to think about. Anywho, so we get to something that's kind of sad. When I heard about it, I was like, man, that's pretty sad. So on November 6th, Carnival Cruise found a young woman, 18 years old, underneath a bed, wrapped in a blanket with a life vest over her. The cleaning people actually found her, and it was not cool. She was on vacation with her paternal grandparents, her father, his wife, her stepmother, and her siblings and her step siblings. And they found her dead in basically her room. So when they got back to Florida, they did an autopsy. And the autopsy said, I'm going to probably jack this up, asphyxiation. There you go, asphyxiation, saying it was with an instrument though. And so come to find out it was like a bar being pressed against her neck that actually killed her. And now this is another thing. Her step brother is a suspect. They took him in, he's getting counseling, and they released him into custody of his mother's family. I guess we'll hear more about it. But that was on Carnival Cruise, which one? Carnival Horizon. And yeah, they need to tell us what room because you make sure when you're on the Horizon, now I don't want that room. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to hear nobody's screaming or none of that. I know it sounds sad because of the situation, but I'm saying like seeing the ghost of that person just on the ship, and just imagine how many other times this happened other, in other spots. That's why I bring your sage, holy water, holy oil, whatever you got to do. Wherever you going, I always carry something with me anyway. Even when I'm at a hotel or something, same thing. Blessings all over it because we ain't got time for that. Is what I'm saying. Anywho, that's a very sad story, and it's crazy because she actually was to graduate in May of 26, and she had thoughts of actually joining the Navy. How ironic is that, you guys? She wants to join the Navy and is unalived on a ship. Man, RIP to her and her family. And her name was Anna Kepner. And yeah, blessings to her. God rest her soul. Anywho, I still need you to get up. Yeah, you. Get up, get out, and baby, you better get some.